What's familiar, even pain, even the so-called darkness, feels safer than the unknown. And that's not weakness. That's part of how the human brain and heart try to protect us. Let's talk about the science. Research shows there's something called emotional inertia, the way our emotional states, especially negative ones, start to reinforce themselves just through repetition. If you've spent a long time in sadness, anxiety, or addiction, those states actually start to feel predictable. There's a comfort in knowing what tomorrow will bring, even if tomorrow is hard. It's like living in a familiar room, even if that room is dark and cramped. You know where the furniture is. The unknown light of recovery can feel risky. What if you stumble? What if you don't recognize yourself in the brightness? Something that struck me over years of studying Hermetic philosophy and esoteric Christianity is this. People will often be willing to give up anything, but they're suffering. Some texts even go so far as to say that we become addicted to our pain. I can relate to that. There were times in my own life when I truly couldn't imagine myself without a steady undercurrent of misery or sadness. It became a part of my identity, so familiar it almost felt necessary. And without even realizing it, I'd sabotage my own progress, holding myself back just enough to stay in the same rut, the same old place of darkness and suffering. That's the paradox. Sometimes we cling to our pain because it's the one thing we know how to carry. When you live in darkness for a long time, it becomes part of your story. Who am I without this pain, without this habit, without this shield? Leaving that darkness isn't just about feeling better. It's about losing part of who you've been, sometimes for years. And that can feel like a kind of grief.